Are you looking for a brand new reef aquarium light for your Nano aquarium? Are you looking for something that will cover a 24-inch tank, maybe a 20 to 24-inch tank? Well, I may have the solution for you. Today we are taking a look at the Marine One Coral Reef Light from Hygger. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see what's in the box. Now I've partnered up with Hygger on this video to check out this new Marine One Coral Reef Light, and we're going to be using it in one of the kids aquariums. I have a 10-gallon setup. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up. So it has the two tabs on the back, and then the box should just lift right open. Here, let's take a look inside. First thing I see right off the bat is the controller. Looks very nice. It's quite the upgrade from a previous Hygger light unit that I have. You have the instruction manual right on top. So here is the light fixture itself. Let's go ahead and get the bubble wrap off. But look at the sleek design right here. So going across, this is 3.5 inches here, and then lengthwise, this is 21 inches, and it is beautiful. You can see the LEDs right there on the inside. Here's the controller. Like I said, a nice looking controller. The controller itself is not waterproof, so you want to make sure you keep this away from the water. But here is the light, and we're going to take a look at what else comes in the box. Inside the box, of course, you have the mounting bracket, the mounting arm. You have the power adapter that will plug right into the controller. And then you have additional, you have a mounting bracket. You also have mounting arms too for your light. Then of course you got the nuts and bolts, and it comes with an Allen wrench to fasten everything together. Okay, so let's go over some of the features of this Marine One light. So this is a full spectrum light, and it's going to be great for soft corals and LPS corals. Now this is a 35-watt fixture. It also comes in a 19-watt version as well, but the 35-watt version is the maximum spread for it is a 30 by 30 tank. But this light's going to do great for tanks 20 to 24 inches. So I thought it'd be a great idea to get this on one of the 10 gallons upstairs. And if you have been following that tank build series, I know I haven't posted an update for a while, but it's a 10-gallon tank that I put in my children's room that is using Tampa Bay live rock, and they've been set up for over a year now, and we're starting to finally get things more under control in the tank and start setting it up a little bit better. And so upgrading the light I thought would be a great idea, and since we used a Hygger light before, I thought it'd be a good idea to go with Hygger again. And this light runs about the length of that aquarium, so it should be the perfect spectrum and a pretty cool light setup for the tank. All right, so let's get this set up on the tank, and we'll go over all the programmable features that this thing has to offer and what it looks like when we set it up. Real quick, I have to tell you about the Drifter. It's my first ever aquarium product, and it's patent pending 3D printed floating fish feeder for your aquarium. It works for freshwater, saltwater, reef tanks, you name it. If you're feeding your fish tank frozen food, simply take the frozen food, drop it in the Drifter, put the Drifter in your tank, and let the water flow move the Drifter across your aquarium. It's going to float around, broadcast feed your entire tank, bringing the food right to your fish. This creates a natural feeding response with your fish, and it's fun to watch. So if you want a fun, exciting new way to feed your fish, pick up a Drifter today. You can pick them up at TheCoralReefTalk.com. Again, that's TheCoralReefTalk.com. Get yourself a Drifter today. All right, so here we are in front of the 10-gallon aquarium, and here is the brand new Marine One Coral Reef Light from Hygger. Now we're gonna put this on to the tank, and you can see here, the light fixture itself is pretty much gonna be the perfect length for the tank. So this light is gonna cover exactly what we need, and it's gonna be nice and thin and nice and sleek. Now what I really like about the light so far before even plugging it in is it's got that quality build feel to it. Now this is IP65 waterproof, and it has a corrosion resistant coating as well as an aluminum housing. So it's very sturdy. It's a good build, good solid design is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and get this on top of the tank. Another thing that I like is the quality of the brackets for the tank here. So you also have this one, which I believe is going to slide on top here. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take the top mounting bracket and we're going to take these and unscrew them from the top. Put it just like that, and you can see the two holes right there. So then we're going to hold this. And then you can slide your light up or down depending on where you want it, and then tighten these down once we get the light in place. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these nylon screws, take these guys out of there. Once you have the bracket looking like that, you can take the light fixture and we're going to slide it through here. Okay, so you want these loose to get the bracket on, and you're going to slide this to the middle of your light fixture. But then once you are about midway, you can adjust where you want it here and then go ahead and tighten it down. Okay, so this might be a better angle to see it. So we are going to take these now, tighten these bolts down, straighten up the light. Now once we have that tightened, we are going to get our nylon screws here, and we're going to tighten these down to the light fixture itself. So this is going to go right here, like that, and then this one is going to go right here like that. So do you know what we didn't do yet? There's actually that nice, satisfying, protective screen peel. Let's peel that off. So it looks nice. Look at that. We're gonna replace that Hygger 30-watt fixture up there. Now, this fixture has been a really great fixture. I made a video all about it, so you can check out the video that I made about that, but let's switch it out now and put this new guy on there and see what it does. And so we're gonna take this guy and plop it right on here. Now, what we need is now, we can go ahead and put this guy right down here, and we can tighten it down to the tank. Okay, so before I put this on, it looks like this bracket might be a little bit too large. This is the aquarium glass on this tank is really thin, and this bracket may be too heavy for it, or I might need to lower it so it's not so top heavy. So I'm gonna give that a try. All right, so I had to mount it to the back wall because the glass of this aquarium is just way too thin. Now, the mount for the Hygger Marine 1 can mount up to aquariums with 1-inch thick glass. However, this one is just a little bit too small, and I thought it would be better to just mount it on the back so we could try out the light. So here's how it looks over the aquarium. And you can see that awesome onyx clownfish in there. He is doing fantastic. Okay, so my mistake, the glass on this aquarium was too thin for the mounting bracket, but if you are going to get a Marine 1 reef light from Hygger, it does mount up to 1-inch thick glass. So a thicker glass rim, you can use the mounting bracket. If it's rimless, then it comes with the arms that you can attach that you saw earlier. So it's great for the appropriate sized tank, but it's awesome that we have it mounted up now. It looks cool on the wall actually, so now we can actually take a look at the light. Okay, so this is, like I said, the 35-watt model, and it's powered by 216 LEDs. You got 96 royal blue lights, you have 48 cool whites, and then you have 72 UV lights, or the ultraviolet lights. First up, you have the daylight mode. That is your white, your blue, and your UV, and so that is a full spectrum blend for vivid tank viewing is what it says online. But it's basically all the lights are on. You can see inside your tank, and you got that full spectrum color light going on. The next mode is going to be the white and blue mode. That's not utilizing the UV, so you just have white and blue. And you can ramp these on using the schedule once we get to the scheduling. I'll show you how to do that. And then the next mode, you have just the blue and the UV. And then after that, you have the moonlight setting, and the moonlight is a more subtle nighttime ambient low intensity light that you can have on your tank. You can select one of these modes, select a schedule, how many hours you want it to run, and the light is going to ramp on gradually up to the intensity that you set it to, and then it will follow that schedule until the light turns off. Now if you want to add that moonlight to your schedule, then you can hold down the scheduling button for a little bit, and then it'll give you 3 hours of that moonlight setting. So we'll get into all of that right now. Okay, so here is the controller, and you can see right here at the top we have the power, then we have the mode, then we have your scheduling button for your 24-hour schedule, and then at the bottom is your intensity. So the way that works is you select your mode here. So the first one is your daylight mode. That's your full spectrum blend with your white and blue plus your UVs. And then you have your white and blue mode. And then your third option here is going to be your blue and UV. This is for peak coral growth and color intensification according to their website. And then the last one, of course, is your moonlight setting. And then here is your scheduling button. So you can have your schedule go for 3 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, or 12 hours. And then you can select your intensity down here. This light has 24-hour cycles, and you can add the extra 3 hours of moonlight by long pressing the timer button to turn on and off the moonlight mode. So if we hit the intensity button here at the bottom, you'll see the lights changing in the aquarium. So it's getting a little more dim. Now it's starting to get brighter and brighter. So what you'll do is you'll set your intensity here, and then you'll select your mode. So this is option number 2, and then we'll set the brightest. Well, we accidentally hit the schedule. Hold on, let me go through the schedules, turn it back on. Okay, so here's the different modes again. This is just the blues. This is the moonlight. Back to daylight, and then back to our white and blue. So this is just the white and blue mode. We're gonna hit the bottom here, set the intensity. So that's how bright we're gonna want it, and now we're gonna set our schedule. So we're gonna click the schedule button here, and we're gonna put it on a 9-hour schedule. And you can see now that we have the moonlights on because of the time of day, and it's pretty dim, or it might be at the beginning of the schedule, but this will ramp up after 30 minutes. So do I like the light? Yes, absolutely. It is a great light for a smaller tank. So if you're looking for a small tank up to 24 inches like we talked about, and you're going to be growing some soft corals or LPS corals, then this looks like a pretty solid light from Hygger. So if you want to pick up your own Hygger Reef 1 marine light, you can pick that up in the description below. I have a couple affiliate links down there. You can check it out from Hygger's actual website if you want to learn more about the light. And if you've enjoyed this video, then I know you're going to like this video right here. Go ahead, click or tap your screen to watch that. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.